So, thank you, members. You're hereby summoned to attend the special meeting, Derry City and Strabane City Council, to be held hybrid via WebEx and physically in the council chamber in the Guildhall in Derry. So, if I start off with the attendance, so Alderman Alan Breslin, Alderman Maurice Devaney.
Here, Stephen.
Alderman Darren Guy.
Apologies for Don Guy, please.
Thank you. Alderman Derek Hussey.
Apologies for Derek Hussey, please.
Okay. Alderman Keith Kerrigan. Alderman Ryan McCready. Alderman Drew Thompson.
An apology, Stephen.
Alderman Graham Wark. Councillor Jason Barr. Councillor Raymond Barr. Councillor John Boyle. Councillor Michaela Boyle. Okay. Councillor Sean Carr. Councillor Shauna Cusack.
Here.
Okay. Councillor Angela Dobbins.
She's on the bed.
Okay. Councillor Gary Donnelly. Councillor Sandra Duffy.
And Shaw.
Councillor Stephen Edwards. Councillor Rory Farrell.
Here.
Councillor Rachel Ferguson.
Here, Stephen.
Councillor Paul Fleming. Councillor Paul Gallagher. Councillor Sean Harkin. Councillor Conor Heaney. Councillor Christopher Jackson.
Shaw.
Councillor Dan Kelly.
Shaw, Stephen.
Councillor Patricia Logue. Councillor Emma McGinley. Councillor John McGowan. Councillor Ciaran Maguire. Councillor Rory McGee. Councillor Philip McKinney. Councillor Sean Mooney.
Here, Stephen.
Councillor Declan Norris. Councillor Maeve O'Neill. Councillor Martin Riley. Councillor Lillian C. Neubar.
Yeah.
And Councillor Brian Tierney.
Here, Stephen.
Thank you, members.
Thank you, members. I'm just going to read the broadcast notice. I would like to remind everyone present at this meeting in the Guildhall or in attendance remotely that this meeting will be broadcast live to the internet and will be capable of repeated viewing. The broadcast may be terminated or suspended in accordance with our protocol. Due to your attendance at this meeting, you're consenting to being filmed and to the use and storage of these images for broadcasting or training purposes and for the purpose of keeping historical records and making those records available to the public. Members and approved speakers are reminded to only have their mics and cameras on while speaking at the meeting and to use the chat facility to highlight a request to speak. A copy of the Council's privacy notice may be found on the Council website. Okay, thank you. Everybody is very welcome to this meeting. If anyone has any declarations of interest, please note them in the chat box or alert Teresa and we'll get those recorded. So under chairperson's business, I have no chairperson's business for this meeting. I just want to sort of go through the process for the meeting just so that everybody's clear. This first part of the meeting is to consider the conferring of the Freedom of the City on Lisa McGee. So I will need a proposer and a seconder for this first bit. Once that is complete, we will close down this meeting and we will then open our second meeting, which will be then the actual conferring of the city, Freedom of the City on Lisa, which is fully expected. So and I would say, you know, if you are proposing or seconding at this stage, you may wish to conserve your comments until the second part of the meeting. So just open it up now for a proposer. Martin.
Thank you, Mayor, for bringing me in, and it's great to be in the Guildhall, being able to make this proposal in person. back in the building that featured in the show itself. Madam Mayor, I'm delighted to formally propose Lisa McGee for the Freedom of the City of the Council area. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. And Alderman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I could second that proposal without prejudice, and I'll look forward to conveying my personal sentiment and that of my parties and those across the City and District. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman McCready. So that has been formally proposed and seconded. Could I just see a show of hands in the chamber in terms of agreement? And don't see any dissent online. So happy to close this meeting and open the second meeting with the conferring of the freedom of the City and District. So thank you. We'll close this one. Okay, so the second meeting is now open. We're no need at this point to go through attendance or anything else. We're aware of who's here. We've already gone through it. We have done the broadcast and notice. And in the previous meeting, we have had full agreement that we're going to confer the freedom of the city on Lisa McGee. So if people are content, I will start and then I'll open the floor for further comments. So as Mayor of Derry City and Strabane District Council, it is with huge pride and honour that I welcome you, Lisa, and your family and friends to the Guildhall this evening to acknowledge you receiving the accolade of Freedom of the City and District. You join the ranks of Phil Coulter, the late John Hume and the late Bishops Mahaffey and Daly in receiving the Council's highest accolade. The Freedom of the City title is a fitting recognition of your fantastic career in the TV and film industry and the hugely important role you have played in putting Derry on the international map. Lisa, you are hugely proud. We are hugely proud of you. Not only have you put our city on the international map, but you have successfully boosted civic pride and given us all an opportunity to celebrate our Derryness. You're one of the most loved and admired screenwriters. We are hugely proud to confer this honour on you and to formally acknowledge your remarkable career. While you are mainly known for the fantastic Derry Girls series, you have also been hugely successful for a number of other major TV credits, including the BBC Three's The Things I Haven't Told You, the BAFTA-nominated Being Human, and the popular Channel 4 sitcom London Irish, to name but a few. Born and reared in Derry, Lisa, you are extremely proud of your Derry roots and you have never forgotten your home city. We are also proud of you and the way in which you have depicted Derry in such a positive and realistic way. You have showcased all that is good about our city, its difficult past and how the people of this city have come through it. You have successfully captured the city and its people, our unique humour, warmth and resilience, and shared it with a global audience. I am also so proud to be here today to formally recognise all the work and to think that it's a very fitting tribute that you're the first woman to be conferred with the Freedom of the City and District title. I want to thank you for coming along today to the Guildhall, and we are delighted to have your family and friends with you here for this special occasion. I want to extend my best wishes to you all. Have a great evening, and Lisa, we look forward to seeing new material and further successes in your future. So from one Derry girl to another, I am really proud to confer the Freedom of the City on you, Lisa McGee. So that's my bit done, and I will pass to the proposer, Councillor Martin Riley.
Thank you, Mayor, for bringing me in. And can I echo your sentiments about how good it is to see Lisa and all of her friends and family here with us in the Guildhall this afternoon. Lisa, as you know, Mayor, has brought so much joy and civic pride to our city and district through her writing, and this work has undoubtedly put Derry and its people on a global stage. Indeed, earlier this year, when the proposal first came to the council, I was speaking to people up at the mural in our city centre and bumped into a family who were here on holiday had visited our city specifically because of Derry Girls. They had their holidays planned and were touring around the island, but came to our city and spent the afternoon here because of Derry Girls. And that type of impact has been repeated so often, and our tourism industry has benefited so much from that type of interest. Derry Girls was the most watched series in Northern Ireland since modern records began in 2002. With Lisa injecting humour and poignancy as she retold her own experiences of living and studying in the city. The final episodes of the Derry Girls series are a masterpiece in explaining the difficult choices people have to make in this city, right across the wider Ireland, and how as people have transitioned from day-to-day conflict towards a more peaceful future. Right from the first episode of the first series, the adventures of the Derry Girls school teenagers and their experiences growing up against the background of troubles, moved on from through the decades towards the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. That story captivated audiences and resonated with people from across all walks of life, lived through those difficult decades, and informed a new generation of what life was like here in the 1990s. Of course, after Channel 4, then Netflix has taken that on to a global audience and ensured exposure for our city and district right across the globe. As you have indicated, Mayor, many of Lisa's works predated Derry Girls, and she has had so much success right across the screenwriting world, with a range of different successes, all of which make her a worthy recipient for this Freedom of the City award. And the fact that she's the first female to receive the Freedom of the City award is a truly historic and special occasion for us here this afternoon. Through her work, people have seen the warmth and the charm of our city, the sense of friendship, the sense of families pulling together and dealing with adversity, all delivered through various strong female viewpoints, from the schoolgirls, the mothers, the aunts, and of course, as Martin Scorsese pointed out last week, the nuns as well. Lisa has created through her writing such a sense of civic pride and a strong state of mind about what being from Derry means. I'm delighted that we today will see that recognised in awarding her with the highest honour that the council can bestow. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Riley. I'm going to go to Alderman McCready, who seconded the proposal.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and welcome to Lisa and her family. And it's really good to see the young people here. And I know he's eating the microphone right now, but I have to say we did try and offset that with some biscuits. But this is the thing. It is about family. It's about Lisa, her family, and everyone who's here in support of her. So I think it's quite poignant that they can be part of this and look back in many years to come. And I'm very much delighted to be here today in the chamber in the presence of such greatness. You know, when you hear the term Derry Girls before it even came on screen, then the connotations was very, very different no matter which part of the city you went to. But now that it is global, whether you're from Derry, Londonderry or Legendary, everyone has seen Derry Girls and they all love it. They love the fact that Lisa has captured not only our history, but delivered us in such a way with such great humour. And towards the end, how much that she had brought out a very powerful and poignant reflection that in 2022, when we watch it and we enjoy all the laughs and the humour, when we reflect back to that agreement, and that there for me really give us something tangible that we can think about and take forward beyond the series and the episodes that we've seen, albeit admittedly, you know, another season or series wouldn't be it'd be very much welcomed if anything is on the cards, Madam Mayor. But I suppose lastly is about Lisa. So yes, she has a full career, many other significant arts and things that she has delivered, none more notable than Derry Girls. But I think it's a tip of the iceberg. And anybody, you know, throughout school, young people, that they only ever see the tip of the iceberg, which is outside the water. But yet all the hard work, the ups and downs, the things that never went to screen, Lisa had to endure all that. And she endured it to the point where she is now an ambassador for our city. And she is not only a remarkable woman, but a remarkable person in in the film and all those categories, so that young people in schools, in particular women, which have had it rough in decades gone by, to try and access some of these things. So any young person, whether it's a boy or girl or anything in between, they can look up to Lisa and say, she can do it and she can inspire me. So maybe I can do something with my life and pursue a career. So fantastic. Well done. I'm really glad that we can confer the freedom of the city to the original Derry girl. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderman McCready. I have a few other indicated speakers now, so I'll just take them in order. Alderman Mark.
Thank you, Mayor. Lisa, your family, very, very welcome. And it's a truly honour being here today. This is history. So it is. It's history in the Guildhall and history in our city with this award, and you truly deserve them. Well done to Councillor Riley for proposing this one. And Lisa, what you've done for this city, it's absolutely amazing. I think I talked about this one night in the Guildhall with the new series coming out, but what I seen was with COVID, and everybody was getting really tight. But what I seen was influx of tourists come to the city from throughout the world. And them doors opened, and it was all about Derry girls. They wanted to see the mural, they wanted to hear the Derry slang, so they did, and everything. But Lisa, absolutely amazing what you've done for this city, and you're truly, you know what I mean? You truly deserve this award. You're absolutely amazing girl. And to be honest, it was an honour meeting you as mayor during my term, like this year, and you do definitely bring a shine to the city. But what you've done is absolutely amazing, and it's going to last a long, long time. But Lisa, congratulations, and I hope you and your family today have an amazing time, and you've made history in this one. So very well done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Councillor Ferguson.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to welcome Lisa and her family to the chamber. I want to welcome you and congratulate you on behalf of myself and the Alliance Party. We've all heard here in this chamber the great work you've done within your career, offering an insight to our humour, our humanity and our uniqueness here in Northern Ireland. What an honour it is to be a part of this, bestowing this small gesture from our council to you, Lisa McGee, and even more so that you are the first woman to receive it. And I hope you will set a trend of many female trailblazing women who will get this achievement after. What you've done for our city and district must be recognised. When Derry Girls was first rumoured, I thought it was a long time coming. You portrayed our city and district incredibly, and you were able to show this amazing place for what it truly was. Past its troubles, past its dark days, you showed resilience, the dark humour and extremely strong matriarchal society we have here. Which was surprising that when we found out that no women have received the freedom of the city and district until now, and it's fitting that someone who writes with such strong female leads and is such a strong female writer in your career that you're now the first woman to receive this. Can I say, I have family who come across the world who love Derry Girls. I have friends who visited because of you, because you've put us out there, you've put us truly on the map. You created a story close to your heart, and it's related to so many, especially in my generation. You showed how we grew up in a post-conflict society, but still dealing with the fallout from the Troubles. You made us all connect and laugh over the smallest things, like a toaster in the cupboard. But most of us, I think you showed us that we were all human and we could find something common to bond over. So Lisa, I want to thank you truly. I want for all that you've done and congratulate you again. We as a council are incredibly proud of you and all that you've done and look forward to your next venture.
Thank you, Councillor Ferguson. Councillor McGinley.
Mayor, and on behalf of Sinn Féin, I'd like to welcome Lisa, your family, your friends, everybody that's here with you, and congratulate you as you receive the freedom of the city. Your work has put Derry on the map for all the right reasons. Derry Girls is internationally renowned for telling the stories of two states of conflict. Firstly, the obvious, which was the conflict here in the north, but also the conflict of growing up through your teenage years and everything that comes along with that. I speak as someone who thankfully grew up in peacetime in a working class community, but also as a past pupil of the school that the show is based on. So a lot of the stories within Derry Girls are very relatable. We laughed, we cried, we've loved the whole series. Every friend group has an Erin, an Orla, a Claire, a Michelle, or a James, or a sister Michael, depending. And how you've written Derry Girls in a funny yet sensitive way, incorporating the complexities of growing up in Derry in the 90s, is to be commended. The finale was poignant and a gentle reminder of the importance of the Good Friday Agreement, and giving that hope that the future will be better than what's gone before. So well done on that and congratulations. Whilst I think it's incredible that you're the first woman to receive the Freedom of the City, I think it's significant that the creator and the original Dairy Girl is that first person to do that. You demonstrate to all the other Dairy Girls that they can do whatever they want, they can be whoever they want to be, and that nothing stands in the way of a Dairy Girl, because after all, being a Dairy Girl is a state of mind.
Thank you. Councillor O'Neill.
Just to welcome Lisa and your family and friends to the Chamber as well. We're incredibly proud of your achievements, and particularly Dairy Girls, where you've really put our city on the map, and the great spirit that Dairy Girls have. You write with the pride of being a Dairy Girl, and I think we all kind of stand taller with that pride ourselves, and wear that Dairy Girl badge with real honour now anywhere we go. And I think it's really important, you're the first woman to receive the Freedom of the City in our council, but women are often very underrepresented in the arts and very underappreciated in the arts, and have to struggle through all those adversities, and you've obviously managed to overcome all of that. So I think it's very fitting that we really value and appreciate all of your artistic work, because the arts have such power to tell stories, because everybody knows Dairy women have many stories to tell, and you've told them with such joy, creativity and sensitivity, and I think the arts have a real power to change the world, and I think as the first woman to receive a Freedom of the City award, you're receiving it in a way on behalf of all Dairy Girls. There's thousands of us past and present, and it is Dairy Girls and Dairy women who have held up communities, who have picked up the pieces after through really hard times, and it's Dairy Girls that will kind of make the change. You've told the dreams and the hopes of those young Dairy Girls within your writing, and it's those hopes for better days that Dairy Girls will bring about. So thank you for giving that hope for many of us. Thank you.
And Alderman Devaney online.
Thank you, Mayor, for allowing me in, and I do apologise. I was to attend in person today, but the flu virus has hit the house here, so I thought it was safer to stay at home. But first of all, on behalf of the DEP, can I just welcome Lisa and her family and her friends here to the Guildhall, and I'm sure today is a very, very special day for you, Lisa, and your family and all your friends. And, I have to say, congratulations on being the first female to have been given the freedom of the city, and I would say quite rightly deserved. The work that you have done, and we have all seen it on television many times. We all are very aware of the Dairy Girls, and we all know it has been a very, very successful series. But you've had other successes in your work, and look, Lisa, you promoted yourself and your skill in writing and within the film industry to the highest level. Everything has almost been said, Lisa, but I just want to once again congratulate you and wish you and your family a very, very enjoyable evening in the Guildhall. And I'm sure, Lisa, this is an award you will receive, welcome to receive today, but I would say probably it's not the last award you may receive over your lifetime and the work that you carry out. But thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Devaney, and I don't have any further speakers indicated, but I just want to, on a personal level, thank you. I did grow up in Derry during the 90s. I didn't go to the same school as you, but I did go to school with a few Sister Michaels. So just every episode, every song that was played brought back so many memories. So thank you for all the memories and all the crack that we had as Dairy Girls during the 90s. Lisa, it's over to you now. I'd like to invite you up to join us here.
Thank you. This is really surreal. I still can't believe it. And thanks for everyone's lovely words. This is just such a privilege and an honour. I'm going to keep this really brief because my youngest son's about to kick off, I think. I'd like to thank the Mayor and Martin Riley for proposing me, and all the other councillors for not objecting, even when it was drawn to their attention that I was raised in Ivy Terrace. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today, particularly my parents, my husband Toby, and my two sons, Joseph and Sean, the rest of my family, and all my close friends, the real Derry girls, and my nephew Christian, my sister Jolene as well. I'm immensely proud to be from Derry. As a writer working in television, an industry that's notoriously tough to break into and to survive in, being from Derry has always felt like my superpower. It's a city steeped in story and full of storytellers. I always thought I grew up with an unfair advantage. Since the success of Derry Girls, many people have asked me to explain that advantage more specifically. Is it the legacy of John Hume's political genius? Is it the literary flair of Seamus Heaney, or the soaring soundtrack of Phil Coulter? Or is it the fact that when you go into any restaurant here, you'll be asked what wee side you want with your wee side? And I think it's all of those things. It's just been my greatest privilege to be able to write Derry Girls, to be able to showcase our amazing sense of humour and our warmth and humanity. And I'm going to continue writing about the place I come from, the place I love. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, congratulations again to Lisa, and I am absolutely so proud that I, as a woman mayor, have been able to be in this position to confer the first freedom of the city on a woman. And Martin, thank you again for proposing it. It has been a great honour. I'm really honoured to have you here. I'm going to close the meeting now. There is refreshments downstairs, so I'd like to invite everybody downstairs for refreshments. So thank you very much.